One thing you should understand by now is the average junkie is going to do this stuff out in public. And they do it out in public because if they overdose, they believe somebody is going to be there to help them or call 911 or have some Narcan available to bring them back. And in many cases, that's true. But see, what you don't realize is everything these junkies do in public does impact others. For example, they can have fentanyl residue on them, and that gets on other people. And you may fall down and overdose and not understand why it happened. And it could be just contact with fentanyl that's on a junkie. Number two, just the particles from fentanyl, if it's airborne, it is enough to knock your butt down and you overdose. Then many of these junkies don't give a damn about where they dispose their needles. This is why you will, occasionally, and I've done these stories, hear about places and they collect like 10,000 needles and just cleaning up an area or a park where these junkies are doing their heroin at a park or at some little playground where kids are playing and there's hypodermic needles all over the place. Well, another favorite place that these junkies love leaving their needles are in public bathrooms. And because McDonald's and a lot of the fast food restaurants, gas stations, they have bathrooms that are open to the public, this is where you are really inclined to find this kind of shit. So this woman goes in there with her baby, and she was shocked to find all of these hypodermic needles that were used, of course, for shooting up. And she was disgusted by it. But this is really the norm in America, believe it or not. This is normal. And see, as long as you don't do nothing to these junkies, this is going to be a common sight everywhere. It already is. This came out 2 days ago on Fox News. Disgusted mom discovers used needles on McDonald's baby changing table. See, a junkie don't care that's a baby changing table. They could care less about it. But here's the shots of this. Junkies don't care about this. Their goal is to be high. They don't care if it's on a baby changing table. They don't give a damn about that. A mom claims she found used needles on a baby changing table inside a McDonald's restaurant. Jade Croakey, 25, said she was dining with family and friends at a McDonald's restaurant in Plymouth, England. It doesn't matter. During the meal, she said she and her husband went to change their 8-month-old baby, Olivia, when the incident occurred. While he was lifting out the baby from the stroller, I pulled the unit down and heard a clang of a metal dish. I was immediately in shock and suddenly realized the packaging was needles. That's her and her baby. Moving on. She said she was disgusted by the needles and worried about all sorts of diseases her daughter could have caught. I really do think that someone put it there. Yeah, well, junkies, like I said, they don't care where they put this stuff. So, just skipping down a little bit, really somebody should have been cleaning the bathroom up anyway. If you got the general public going in there, then you're going to have to clean that bathroom more often throughout the day. So, McDonald's apologized for the incident and issued a statement saying hygiene and safety was our paramount importance. Metro reported the fast food chain assured that the baby changing facility was checked often. Really? Don't look like it was checked that day. Statement also said items were disposed of safely once the manager was made aware of the issue. You see that shit? I don't know. I don't think I would take my baby into a public bathroom. When my son was a baby, and at the time, um, my husband and I would just take turns watching him. If I had to go to the bathroom, he would just sit and wait, with my son, or vice versa. He had to go to the bathroom, I would wait with my son. I don't think I ever used a public changing table with my son. I don't think I ever did, even once. If I did, I surely don't remember. Okay, so this mother said she was not returning to this McDonald's restaurant and wants to warn the public to be extra diligent, that public diaper changing tables. But when you have a bathroom open to the public, unfortunately, it's going to be open to junkies too. And really, this is the norm. It doesn't matter if you're here or overseas. This is really the norm everywhere. I remember being in Philadelphia, and I was over in a place called Frankfurt. And when I got out of my car, there were needles all over, in the grass, on the sidewalk. It was everywhere. And this seems to be the norm. And where I was, the part of Frankfurt that I was in was predominantly white. So the hypodermic needles were everywhere. These places have huge drug problems. So you're going to see those sort of things. It's not unusual. All I can say is, I know it can be difficult sometimes, but don't use public bathrooms. Don't use them. Try to hold out and go home, or if you got a real close friend nearby that they don't mind you stopping by and using their bathroom, that's probably your safer choice. Or you got family that live in the area and you can just swing by there and use the bathroom. But I wouldn't, with the opioid plague going on, I wouldn't recommend anybody use a public bathroom. Try to refrain from doing that. Please leave your comment and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.